Peace, family. Coming at you a little bit deep tonight, but I know y'all can handle it. A lot of people are wondering what's going on over here with the Middle East, as they call it, the Middle East. With Israel and United States. Uh, well, Donald Trump putting us in a war with the Middle East over there with Iran, and this has been something that's been going on forever. United States. The question is, why does United States always run to the rescue of Israel? Israel is a powerhouse over there in that region that they call the Middle East, and it's really no reason for us to be involved in any of their government or wars or policies or anything, right? It should be that way. However, there is a reason, and I want to help you understand what that reason is. First, I want to start out with these two names here. Okay, the first one is Ashkenazi. These people are traced back to the Holy Roman Empire. The other one is Khazars or Khazarian, traced back to the Caucasus region of Europe. Both of these countries are out of Europe. Both of these people, I should say, come from out of Europe, and they are both the people that occupy Israel today as Jewish people. Okay? Now, we do know, most of us know by now, these are not the true Hebrew Israelites, right? The true Israelites were pushed out of Israel during the time of the Roman Empire into Africa, far over into West Africa, as well as Central and some parts of Southern Africa to this day. Do your research, all right? Now, today, Israel is occupied by the descendants of European blood, right? However, they can't stand when we bring this up, but truth is truth, and it needs to be told. Now, I want to show you the connection between United States and Israel and how it's been a long relationship. This relationship goes all the way back to the days when Yeshua, aka Jesus, was murdered, crucified on the cross. Okay, because it was these same people, Ashkenazi and Khazarians, they were in a part of the Roman Empire, characterized as the Jews. They had taken on the identification of God's chosen people, the Hebrew Israelites, and in conjunction and in cahoots with the Roman Empire, they conspired to kill, to crucify what a lot of people say is the Son of the Almighty God. Okay? And this is, and I just want to show you where their relationship is still tight to this day. All I'm trying to do is just wake you up a little bit because a lot of people don't know this here. Now, I took the dollar bill. Now, the dollar bill, a country's money is sacred. And what goes on that bill is important to that country because it represents the power of that country, and the money also is the might of that country. So you can't, maybe you could see that a little bit. As you can see, that is the corner of the Great Seal on the back of the dollar bill, and there is the American eagle, which is the symbol of the United States power. Okay, with the shield right there, holding in one hand the arrows and the olive branch, and above its head is a cluster of stars. Okay, now that cluster of stars is not like I just outlined it. It looks just like this here. However, it is not by coincidence. When you take, I enlarge it so that y'all can see this here. When you take and enlarge that picture, this, I drew a line here to show you the beginning of, the upside down pyramid or triangle of the Star of David. Now, I will go on to show you what it looks like when it is put together completely, the both pyramids facing upward and downward. that is not coincidence that that is the Star of David, okay? Now, why is the Star of David on the United States currency, okay? Now, this is supposed to be founded on, this country, United States, on the religion of Christianity, okay? Now, why is there the Star of David on their currency that represents the country instead of a cross, right? You know, so I mean, this kind of stuff made me think. You know, I'm one of them people that's been reading and studying for I don't know how long. But anyway, this was brought to my attention a long time ago. And what we are seeing right now, what we are witnessing right now, is that the Europeans who hijacked the religion of the Hebrew Israelites, taking their identification as the chosen people of God, you know, and both of these people come from different regions of Europe, okay? However, they, you know, I guess, you know, maybe everybody wanted to be the child of God. Who wouldn't want to be the chosen people of God, right? But God made his choice, and you can't change his choice. And we are witnessing that right now with the changes that's going on throughout the world, as well as in Africa. Because you can hide the truth for so long, but the truth shall come to the light sooner or later, okay? Now, what is so dangerous about this here relationship between the United States and Israel is, it to me, this is just my thoughts, it is like a two-prong venture of European, well, and let me just say this also, America is also known in literature and throughout, you know, a lot of readings. If you do reading like, you know, I do, you will see that it is written that America represents the Western Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire was the last of the great empires. The British Empire was, about slavery, and they did a whole lot, but they don't come close to the Roman Empire. The British Empire is really no bigger than probably the state of Texas or whatever, but they, you know, had their guns and all that kind of military stuff, and they went all over the world and, you know, colonizing and enslaving like the conquistadors. If it wasn't for that gunpowder and them bullets, the world would be a whole different place. But why am I showing you this here is because there is a reason. This has been a pact between you know, like the fake Jews, some people call them, and the United States, which is the Western Roman Empire, from all the way back before the time that Jesus was murdered, okay? They are still riding together for global dominance, okay? On the one hand, one is dominating in the money, and that's another reason why they're on the most powerful country on the planet, right? The Star of David, illustrating the power of today's Israelites over there in Israel. And you know, and it's like, and then the one hand is the money, right? The other one is the military might. And together, they at some point, I guess they want to make sure that they're in positions that they can help each other and hopefully gain that power to control the world. In a lot of ways, they are controlling it already. But when God is in the mix, it don't always go the way that they want it to. But I want to say this also. They call it the Middle East. There's no such thing as a Middle East. You understand? This is where the colonizers or the Europeans want to cut off Egypt, added in with that region of Israel and those other parts, and they call it the Middle East. But ask yourself, is there a Middle North? Is there a Middle South? Is there a Middle West? No. It sounds crazy, right? Just as crazy as that, dear. Israel, the people of Israel was the same color and same complexion as the people of Africa because it was all one blood. Till the next time.